The rolling waves present the drifting city.
As the mist drifts up through grates in the streets outside, the air heavy with humidity, in a moment that mist begins to coalesce, steam thickening, pouring up through the grates in the street, creating a cloud of obfuscation in front of this door. And one by one, our groups run. Valentine and Orion taking off to the left, Morin and Hysteria dashing straight down the street, and Rook and Chrys dashing right. And in this moment, I need, as a group check, everyone to roll deception. Yes!
Okay.
So exciting.
Deception, because we're trying to confuse those who might pursue you.
Could I argue performance?
No, not for you.
No, man.
Also, I'm going to use my knowledge from a past life ability.
Okay, can you describe for the audience what that is?
So it basically means it says when you make an ability check that uses a skill, you can roll a d6 immediately after seeing the number on the d20 and add the number on the d6 to the check.
Nice. All right.
Because it's like sometimes Chrys just gets things from either maybe like a memory suddenly appears or like maybe just something instinctually takes them over.
Mm-hmm. What is it in this moment that fuels Chris's ability to be deceptive?
Oh, I thought I wouldn't know. I was because
well, tell me, is it more of a memory or a feeling? Basically, is it instinct not tied to anything in particular, or do you think Chrys would have a sense of some sort of memory?
I feel like in this case, probably instinct, because this is very quick.
That makes total sense. And in that moment, you feel yourself, calling on something instinctual within yourself to run just a little bit faster, keep your gait a little bit straighter, your posture, your shoulders back a little bit more like how Hysteria holds them as you move. Can I get what everybody's results were?
25.
Thank God. 16.
I do
15.
What was that for Rook?
15.
15?
That is 16.
Okay. And for Morin?
With a +0 to deception, I rolled a nat 20.
Nice.
Whoa!
Dang. Okay.
Okay. I love that for us. Okay. Let me do... Okay. Let me factor in how the nat 20 affects things. Because you're with Hysteria. Okay.
15 plus 16. Carry the nat 20.
Mm-hmm. And then... Yeah. Valentine had the 25. You guys take off running down these different streets. You run by and you cannot see the kid in the steam. You run right by wherever his position was and come out on the other side. In fact, the fog cloud radius-wise just barely covers the two alleyways on either side. of this building, like the very edges. There's maybe if they were leaning to one side or the other, they could see. But the sudden appearance and everything, you have a good idea that you have some cover from the alleys in terms of their vision. And then suddenly these three groups take off in these different directions. Morin and Eteria taking off forward. Because you took that forward position and the alleyways were covered with their vision, you, Morin, grab Eteria and pull her in just the right way behind a passing trawler. You feel fairly confident that no one on the ground in these two alleyways could see that you even came through this cloud.
Yes.
Love to hear that.
On the positive side, like rolling that into a bit of stealth for you, it's a nat 20. I'll give you some extra stank on it. For Rook and Chrys, you guys are moving through. Very obvious and easy to see, but not very deceptive. You move through. Chrys, maybe your leg catches slightly. There's a little bit something to how you move. As a pair, your average was the worst of the three. It's still good, but it was not necessarily as convincing as Orion and Valentine. Valentine with her 25 running off and to the left. And you guys move. You are taking off. There is not an immediate option for stealth. I will give that actually though to Morin and Eteria as you move. If you guys would, I'll roll for Eteria, you roll for Morin. Going off.
Actually, did my disguise self give me anything?
Oh, you know what? Your disguise self would have given you advantage. Roll again.
Oh, fantastic news.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. You're
Ooh.
right. You're totally right.
That's actually way better. That's a 19. with
Okay,
the
but what was
extra stuff?
with the extra? Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. Not quite a 25, but that is better for sure. And the disguise self makes a big difference too. I had forgotten to factor that in. Thank you for reminding me. But I'll still let Morin and Eteria roll stealth going off of that nat 20.
Stealth I can do.
Okay.
That's a 21 for Morin.
Nice. Eteria got a 19. So you guys move through fairly stealthy down this street. I'd say, Morin, you're operating more so off of instinct. You see how that fog cloud came to be, and where you all had all intended to rely purely on this deception and confusion, you realize that you have a great opportunity to actually just be stealthy. So you pivot, grab Eteria, pull her into an alley, move through and duck around through these side passages that you have just a deep-seated instinctual knowledge of how to get from one place to the other. And you have a pretty good sense that you are not immediately being followed as you move through. For the Orion Valentine group and the Chrys Rook group, your deception was good, but it was not so good as to lead to stealth. So you guys are just booking it and running. And I am going to run some modified luck checks based on these results real quick to see what happens with these two groups.
It's been good knowing you guys.
And just so you guys know which die to hate, I'm going to have blue be Orion Valentine and yellow be Chrys and Rook.
Oh, good.
Okay. Chrys and Valentine. Or not, sorry. Orion and Valentine. You guys are next to each other on my screen, which is the problem. Orion and Valentine. As you are running, go ahead and do perception checks with disadvantage. It's hard to be aware of your surrounding while careening down the street, but sure.
Wait, perception? Say checks?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
With disadvantage, that's a natural one.
Okay.
Oh, no. Porter? I
Uh,
don't like that face.
Well, you see...
I do, but you don't.
I'm going home. So that's a 13.
Okay.
Okay. Let's put it in
13's
that
better
one.
than a nat 1. I'll say as Valentine stumbles slightly on this uneven almost sheet plate layered over itself street. She sort of has to pick herself back up, but that gives you just a moment, Orion, to throw a look over your shoulder, and you see chasing you down the street with, let's call it uncanny speed, is what was described to you as the shape. This figure has
God,
to
it's
be
the
at
rhombus.
least 9 feet tall and probably half as wide in the shoulder. And as it runs, the cloak that it's wearing billows up because of the sheer speed to the point where it reaches up and with a clawed hand just simply goes up the front of the poncho, tearing through with its razor sharp pincer and ripping it free, revealing an Antlin Idithkayan man. Antlin are not terribly common, so he is massive. His beetle-like body is coated with armor plating, and his 2 sets of arms are probably each as thick at the bicep as probably Valentine is in the torso. And there are very flexible rotating joints with then pincers at the end of each of the arms, and they're all pumping like Terminator 2 as they are running down the street towards you. The mandibles on the Idithkai are clicking together in a fierce rhythm that is sending this clicking noise echoing through the streets. And as it runs, you see little bits of foam and saliva begin to collect and dribble from his mouth as he is chasing after you. And in this bare moment, when you see this creature, you immediately turn, grab Valentine, and kick off back running as it is on your tail. And perhaps the scariest of the things you saw is taking off after you, fully believing that Valentine is a Terrier, you guess.
Guys, I think it's a pincer maneuver.
Oh my god. Victor, get off this call right now.
It's like, I am a one-man pincer maneuver.
It's probably
Mother
for the best
Itkai.
it's probably for the best that thing is following one of the also you can
One of the
remember
melee
you guys
characters.
you guys have a walkie-talkie with
Yeah,
you,
I
so.
think
You
I
do.
think as
Just screaming as we get murdered.
Tell her to tell me that
Yelling
things
into
are happening.
Chanterelle's face.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think what
What's
I'm
Orion
doing,
doing?
I think what I'm doing is Orion kind of has Chanterelle just like on his shoulder, so she's kind of just like hanging on to. You know how like a kid would sit on, their parent's neck or something like that? I feel like Chanterelle would kind of be there partially just because Orion's like, okay, if you like shank me in the arm or something like that, I think I can take a couple of those, but if you shank me in the leg and kill us, I can't recover from that. And so maybe as this is happening, Orion is going from like, okay, like that was a pretty good start, and he cranes his neck and sees the shape just barreling towards, and he's just like, oh, Valentine, we gotta go. Oh, we got, and he's like just turning around. He's like, hey, Chanterelle, hey, thank you for not stabbing me so far. Still don't do it, not yet. Can you just let Chrys know that the thing, the shape is that's on us. We got it. Just can you let her know?
Okay.
Chrys, in your head, you hear suddenly,
This group is going to die.
What do I gather from that?
What?
exactly what Chanterelle says.
This group is going to die. The scary thing is chasing us. I might die too. I fear it not.
Oh my gosh.
And then Chrys in their head is like, well, I can revive you if you die.
Well, that's why I'm not scared, right?
How far away is the shape from us?
I will say you guys got a head start of about 120 feet.
Okay.
What is your max speed per round, both of you?
Oh god. 30 feet, but I
Your
can do
walking
60
speed?
if I'm dashing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 35 feet. I have 35 feet of movement, so dashing just doubles it, right?
Yeah.
So I've got
So-
70.
70 per round. So you're actually having to be a little bit slower for Valentine. You get the sense that this thing is moving towards you with more like Orion's top speed. So it is not incredibly quick, the catching up to you, but in a few rounds, it will have reached you. And you get the sense by the sheer size of him that this bad boy has reach. So he is closing in over the course of the rounds. But in this moment, we'll go on over and follow up with Chrys and Rook, who have taken off down the street. Chrys has just gotten the message that Orion and Valentine are going to die. And Chrys and Rook are running in the exact opposite direction that they are, putting distance between themselves and the apartment building. I'll have you guys do a perception check for me.
Oh,
Fantastic,
boy.
because I'm proficient in that. So
Let's see.
can I do a guidance on myself, or is that's not concentration, right?
Guidance is
It is
concentration.
concentration, damn it.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna roll. Please.
I
Ooh,
gotta-
that's fantastic news. 23.
Nice.
16.
16. I'll say the 23. I'm going to actually roll something. That did make the difference. Okay. With a 23, Chrys, as you are running, I'll say actually first what Rook notices. Rook, you see behind you, it appears that the two non-child watchers, so the two guys in ponchos or whoever they were, are running after the two of you. They are pretty far behind and they're moving about the same speed that you are both moving. So as long as you just keep running, you're not in immediate danger of being overtaken. And you know the streets very well and you're moving through and you feel pretty good about this. You're having to take time to think, okay, how can we lose them, whatnot, but you're not in immediate, okay, we're in serious danger. Chrys, with a 23, you see something out of the corner of your eye up on the roof. And that thing seems to look down at the two of you, turns and looks in the direction that Ateria and Morin went, and begins to move in that direction.
Wait, I thought that they weren't seen.
That's the impression they got with the rolls that they had.
Okay.
Son of a. Oh my god. Okay.
So Chrys, as you maybe, I don't know if you're grabbing their wrist or their arm or whatever, but Chrys goes, okay, two things. One, Chanterelle has informed me that they are going to die, because the big one is with them, and two, there's someone on the roof heading toward Morin, which is bad.
Very. Can I see it on the roof?
Now that's
After
been
it's pointed
pointed out to you, go ahead and do a perception check with advantage. It's starting to run away, but
That's a dirty 20.
beautiful. You just had to beat a 16. You turn and you look where Chrys is pointing, and you see a figure cloaked as the two behind you are cloaked, running and takes a flying leap off of the roof to go to the next roof, clears it easily, and continues running in the direction of Morin and Ateria.
About how far is that figure?
Up at the top of the building, so trying to think how many stories these are tall. Probably at least, what's believable? I don't know, 140, 150 feet in the air. You basically see them as a glint against the, artificial light above the street.
Great. Whoa. That ain't optimal. But I also can't do anything about it. So I think I'm just gonna essentially start looping back around. Like taking a few blocks to start looping back in the other direction.
Wait, because like these people probably assume that that Chrys is a Teria. So like the people behind us.
Mhm.
So wouldn't that cause confusion?
What do you mean?
Should we are we do you mean like we're going back for Morin and Eteria, or
No,
like
but
this
I
is
mean,
this is about
like,
table I'm asking.
like our whole point was to be confusing. So, and that thing is well out of earshot, so I can't exactly lie and bluff to it. So, above table real quick. It's out of earshot, can't do anything there. It's well out of the range of any spell I have, can't do anything there. So I think we just keep our guys distracted and hope that they got that held down.
I really
Fair
wish that we had. I really wish that we had that I had a walkie-talkie with those two as well.
You can't have a walkie-talkie with
I wish
everybody.
I had telepathy.
Yeah, and I will say I'm going to kind of sweeten the pot here and make it. I'm going to try to make it visibly more like I'm trying to protect more of a payload here to see if I can almost visually bluff that it's like a Teria. In that, like, if Chrys starts to like deviate, I'm like very much like trying to keep them in front of me and trying to keep them like avoiding obstacles and like ducking them down and like trying to play up that this is like the thing to be guarding.
Yeah, definitely. And keeping up the appearances, you've still got those guys on your tail as you begin to slowly do the sort of arcing circle heading back in the direction of the warehouse. Yeah, Lily?
Also, I'm gonna send a message to Chanterelle to tell Valentine and Orion that that we're being chased by two guys and that there is a figure on the roof after Morin.
Oh, okay. I relayed this information to Valentine.
Well, we'll worry about that if we don't die.
Yep, good plan, good plan.
And you guys continue running. What is the Orion and Valentine crew going to do since you have this guy gaining on your tail?
I am going to ready in action to cast command with the command of flee when the shape gets within 60 feet of us. And that's a DC 13 wisdom save.
Please tell me the shape is not wise.
I am begging
The
for
shape
meathead.
is like the deepest, most zen monk.
He's like
like,
the guru of he's been sitting atop the mountain and like meditating for 40 years
Yes.
straight.
all right, we'll come back to that in a minute then. Morin and Eteria moving through stealthily, more slowly as you're going through these streets. What is Morin's strategy heading towards the warehouse? Is it moving stealthily the whole time or moving stealthily till you're a certain distance away and bolting, or what is the plan?
I think, especially since I'm with the real Eteria, the fact that, to the best of my knowledge, we were able to leave unseen, that's an advantage that we didn't even think we were going to have. And I want to keep that. So, going to keep the pace slower in order to try to stay as out of sight as we possibly can.
All right. Go ahead and do another stealth check for me. I'll roll for Eteria as well.
This die is being so nice to me today. That's a 23.
Ooh, Eteria got an 18, so it's pretty good. You guys are moving through.
See, audience, when you roll low for like 2 episodes in a row,
Sweet God.
rewards will come eventually.
Reliving my past was so worth it.
Sorry.
As you are moving through these alleys, eventually you come to an area where you're going to have to cross a wider thoroughfare, a little bit of a busier street, and be more in the open. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
That's not flat. 11.
Okay. Okay. You cross and keep moving with Ateria. Nothing happens. You keep sneaking along. Valentine and Orion. There is a Andlin on your tail, creeping up. Now is within 60 feet. Valentine's spell triggers. I roll a wisdom saving throw, correct?
Yeah.
What is the save?
13.
13. I will tell you. This guy has a +3. So it is just a 50-50. If you go.
Please.
It's a 15 on the die.
Damn it.
Silvery barbs.
Oh.
Ooh.
Before I roll, who's getting the advantage?
Orion.
Okay.
Thank you. Smooth
I'll
with
roll
that
the
silver
other die
barbs
this time.
too.
I'll roll the other die. Better for you. It's a 9 on the die for a 12.
Oh, that's so good.
What
Beautiful.
happens with the flee command?
He has to move. The target spends its turn moving away from you by the fastest possible means.
Okay, full dash back the other direction. You guys have gotten more space between you and it as you're running as fast as you can. In fact, it drops so far back that with the twists and the turns, you do have an opportunity to try to evade. So, do both of you want to roll a stealth check for me?
Yes, please.
Oh, I need to get my good rolling die out. Actually, I'll use this one that rolled a nat 20.
Marilyn, I see your face.
That was a natural one.
Okay.
9.
Remember, you have the advantage.
Do I have advantage?
Yes, you do.
Oh,
I
I have
don't.
advantage. Oh my god.
Just leave me here to die.
Oh my god. I see the streak is back.
Valentine just turns around and walks into a wall.
Oh my god.
So, hypothetically, advantage means like I take the higher of the two, right?
Yeah.
I'll take the 9. I'll take the 9.
Oh. Oh no.
Because my second roll is also a now.
Oh my god.
Chanterelle on
you
Orion's
guys.
shoulder, just like,
We're dead. We're dead. We're dead. I'm gonna go to the place where I don't feel anything.
We don't have time to
Lord.
unpack all of that, Chanterelle. Let's go.
no, we don't. You're about to die. And you continue running. You have a little bit of time, but as Valentine, you duck around the corner, you see behind you that kid was running, but not as fast as the other guy. It was kind of blocked by the shape.
Oh.
And as you turn, you see the kid locks eyes on you and is still running in your direction. The kid has you in sights. Unfortunately,
punted the
you
kid.
were-
What is
you
that
were
kid
spotted.
gonna do, bro?
How was I supposed to know that the kid was in an organized crime syndicate?
However,
We should have punted
I
the
mean,
kid.
he could just be getting paid. We don't know.
Yeah, and I rolled really well in the history check to know about the kid, and I wasn't given that he was in an organized crime group.
Rook
No,
just
you
lives
weren't.
in an apartment full of sleeper agents.
Maybe your
That would
neighbor's
be
just
really
out for a
bad.
jog.
You keep going. All right, we'll cycle back around to Chrys and Rook. You are able to duck around a corner. I'll give you guys an opportunity to do a stealth in this moment.
Beautiful. My stealth isn't bad. Ooh. Okay.
That's a 21.
Nice.
Ooh,
I got an
we'll say-
18 plus 3.
Nice. I think the average there is 18. I'll do a perception check for the pursuers. Roll for them both. All right. You guys are moving. You duck around the corner. You think maybe one of them might have seen you, but it basically, they are dropping further behind. They're having to make more effort to see where you're going. You're creating more distance, and you're starting to feel more confident that you're going to be able to lose them.
Must be nice.
I mean, not one's abounding over in the other group.
I know.
All right. I'll do one more Morin and Ateria stealth check, and we'll have this. There's more distance than just the 3 rounds of dashes, but we'll have this be sort of the last one for you two to determine if you are able to stealth all the rest of the way there, because I don't need you guys to roll stealth every round.
That is a 19 for Morin.
Ateria rolled in that one.
Ooh, girl, be quiet.
Well, remember she has Misty Step on her token, so
I'm going to
if she
say
needs it.
you guys stop in an alley for a moment and you're looking, and you motion for Ateria to follow behind you. And you're having to go across another busy, more open street. It's important to heads down, move quickly. Don't run because that's suspicious, but move fast enough you're not spotted. And as you go through, you are moving in front of Ateria to make sure that the route is clear and, checking corners. And you turn around and you see Ateria has stopped in the middle of this intersection. Her hand, you see the motion of her hand holding something up, a piece of paper from her pocket. She reads it, and her face goes, what little color there is, her pale astral elf self, completely leaves her face. She looks like she's seen a ghost from the wake. And she's just standing there staring at this piece of paper.
We do not have time for this crap. I am running back to her, throwing my arm around her waist and I'm gonna drag her with me to get out of that intersection.
You pull her and she starts walking, and in the action, her hand, the piece of paper flies out and gets picked up with a gust of steam and goes off down the street, out of sight, as you pull her into the alleyway. And she looks at you, and you see tears begin to prickle at the corners of her eyes as she starts to just, without sobs, start crying.
Hey, what? Okay, what happened? What happened? I'm still dragging her, trying to drag her as I'm
Manhandling
talking.
her down the street. What happened?
I tenderly put a hand up to try to wipe a tear away and then think better of it.
And she just looks at you and she goes, I'm not getting out. I'm not getting out.
No, why would you say that? We have a whole plan. We have a whole plan, and it's gonna get messed up if you stop now.
And she's beside herself, but you're able to pull her forward as you continue.
Okay. I'm gonna do my best to just keep moving forward and try to keep calming her so that she doesn't cry too loud.
Yeah, your 19 is good. The 19 is helping her keep it from becoming wails of agony. She's keeping it mostly contained, but it is hard to get her to do the ducking and weaving that she was doing before. It is substantially harder, but you do continue navigating and make it to the front of this warehouse. Back to Valentine and Orion.
Me when I read the paper of despair and agony.
You duck around this corner, and I'm going to say this natural 1 from Valentine on stealth. For stealth, you have to slow down. You guys both took the risk to slow your pace and duck around this corner in order to try to lose your pursuers. And Orion, you duck into a shadowy doorway, box to your chest, pulled in. And Valentine, you duck around this corner, and there is no other doorway for you. And you realize that you're in the middle of a wide open street, and this kid rushes around the corner and is now right behind you and yells out, "Stop!" And it's not magic, it's just telling you to stop.
She will stop and put her hood down and pop her halo out and say, "Not her. Not who you're looking for."
Float it. The kid puts a hand up to his face. There is a stone strapped to the inside of a leather bracer on his hands, and he goes, "Not this one," and puts a hand down and pulls out a knife from the side of his belt.
Kill this kid.
Kill him.
I'm resisting
Kill him.
so hard to say the words. Can I throw the chest at the kid?
No, I was gonna say you should drop the 100-pound suit on him.
Can I throw the suit at the kid?
I'm gonna keep trying to de-escalate because I'm not built for combat and I don't know what Orion's thinking.
Mm-hmm.
It's all a misunderstanding. This doesn't have to end in violence.
I understand that's what you want, but that's not what you're gonna get today, darling. And in this moment, the kid takes a step forward. The visage of the child melts away, and a tall water genasi woman in mage-like attire, a long flowing cloak with an open front, revealing the swirling tidal waves that make up the inside of her torso, holds the knife up. You realize from the glint of the crystal in its pommel that this is an arcane focus, and plunges it in your direction. A shard of ice and frost charges up this person's arm out the tip of the knife, and they are casting Ice Knife at you in this present moment. And so I believe I roll a attack roll to do that. Yeah, ranged spell attack. I will.
Is there like initiative or anything?
This will be before initiative is rolled. This is them taking the first action.
Well, now Orion feels less bad about throwing the chest.
Thank you
Alright.
for not making us kill a child, Ray. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It was a kid
'Cause
from
we
the
were gonna have
building,
to kill
but
him.
yeah.
So the kid was in fact my neighbor. However, now I'm confused. Was the kid actually a kid, or was it someone posing as a kid that's usually there?
I feel like it's someone posing as a kid. I feel like the
Yeah.
kid
Yeah.
like exists.
Okay,
I'm a little concerned about the child, but
great.
Yeah, I get
had the
CYF
kid's
on
trust.
this one.
So yeah, not to alarm you, I rolled well. Does a 23 hit you?
Yeah, my armor class is 11.
oh,
Oh, Lord.
So
my bard days.
I'm gonna roll a d10. Oh, that's 1 piercing damage
Ooh.
on the d10. But now I'm going to roll 2d6 for the cold damage. So you feel this shard of an icicle stab into your side, and then after a pregnant pause, explodes internally within you.
Ow. Oh, like hollow point. That's awful.
You are incredibly lucky. Only 4 points of cold damage.
Ooh.
I rolled a
You're just-
1 and a 3 on the die.
You're just so radiant. It's
I have a response for that. I totally
Ooh.
forgot about this. For the first time, I'm going to use my... Oh gosh, where is it?
Oh no, Debt's Owed. Upon taking damage from an attacker, you can spend a bardic inspiration die as a reaction. Spending the die allows you to inflict psychic damage on your attacker equal to 1/2 of your damage taken, rounded down.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
And then at level 6, you'll be able to do equal to the damage you took.
Right.
So you took a total of 5 damage, right? 1 piercing,
Yes.
4 cold. Okay. And then you're expending a bardic inspiration. So let me actually start keeping track of hit points.
So funny when you reach level 6 and then you can just know you back at them.
Right.
No, you.
All right. So you do 2 points of damage back to them because it's rounded down, right? But hey, every little bit counts. So this person casts Ice Knife at you, and then what does it look like when you return some energy back to them?
I think that her eyes and I think her halo in tandem flash white and then pink and then back to normal as kind of a shock of pain spikes through this Genasi's skull.
You actually see an almost imperceptible thin beam of pink light shoot through the air and collide with this water Genasi's face. And you see the light diffuse within the almost clear water of their face and skull, and a light within, almost like seeing a torpedo, go through. And
Cool.
this mage immediately puts sort of the pommel of the knife to her head and just goes, "Oh, jeez, she's got magic." And then turns to look at you and goes, "Ugh," wiping a little bit of extra frothy perspiration from her face and goes, "This'll be fun. And I need you to roll initiative."
Oh boy, oh boy.
Please tell me that Orion has put the box down at this point.
Oh!
13.
Oh, is Orion joining this fight? You have the option not to. You are not.
I am joining the fight, and I rolled a nat 20 on initiative. And I have
let's
a
go.
+4, so that is a 24.
Okay,
Dang.
what did Valentine get?
13.
Nice. The mage rolled very poorly, so you will go before.
I'm chucking that box.
Yeah, I'll say, because there's not really, I think, any perks, right, for getting nat 20 on advantage. So I'll say whatever you do, you can do with advantage, this first, attack roll or something, because it's not surprised or anything. If I feel like a nat 20, you should get something. So, what would you like to do?
Right, because it's just like it's a subclass of rogues that gets the surprise off,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I am curious. I don't think this is a thing, but is there any chance that a water genasi would be weaker to lightning damage?
No.
Okay.
Pokemon rules.
Yeah, I have to
Pokemon
try.
rules.
Unfortunately not, but I respect the ask. I respect
This-
the ask.
This person's part of a water genie. I wonder if they're susceptibly weak to taser.
My other question is, if I throw the very heavy chest at her, what does that technically count as? Like a ranged attack?
I will say that would be a ranged attack. I will say ordinarily I would give you disadvantage to throw a massive heavy chest at someone who's 30 feet away. But you have advantage, so it would cancel out.
Or you could use your weapon.
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
You can
it was
also
funnier.
just drop the chest as a free action and
Yeah,
run and
all
use your
right.
weapon. But
I'll do that. Orion drops the chest. It hits the ground with this thud, and he, in just like this quick action, unsheathes his battle axe from where it's kind of strapped in loosely to his back, and she's about 30 feet away.
yes.
Okay, so I'm going to use 25 feet of I've forgotten the word for it. Like my walking speed, I guess.
Yeah, your movement.
My movement, yes, that's the word.
It happens
I'll
to
use
us all.
25 feet of my movement so that I'm within reach, and then I'm gonna swing my axe at her. So I'm gonna roll to hit.
Beautiful.
Okay.
With advantage.
With
With advantage, thank you, because I rolled a 3. Oh, much better. All right, that is a 18.
That does hit.
Okay. 1d8 plus 4. 9 damage.
Nice.
Can I use a bonus action?
Yes.
Okay.
No, you can't. Arbitrarily.
So you specifically cannot use this. As I'm understanding it, I'm just gonna quickly, I guess, positioning wise, it's me, Valentine, and this mage clustered together. The box is about 25 feet away from me, right?
I'll say Valentine, I imagined, was a little bit further down the street, is about 30 feet from the mage. You've run and intercepted the mage. You guys were in sort of a triangle, and you closed the distance with the mage, because the mage cast a ranged spell at Valentine. And so you are close together, but Valentine is not immediately next to you.
I think, because I don't know how hurt Valentine is, but I did see the ice shank go in and then explode, which is bad. And so I think Orion in this moment is so, like, he's not within arm's reach of the box. He's not within arm's reach of Valentine. And right now there's only this mage that's in front of him. And so I think what he does is he calls upon memories that he usually tries to keep settled behind his conscious thought, and 30 feet away by the chest, he summons an afterimage.
There you go. What does this look like?
It seems to materialize out of the shadowy doorway that he had been hiding under, where the chest is. And for an instant, it's something between visual snow and the wildly fluctuating chaos that is the void. But after the moment passes, it coalesces into this tall, lanky figure. He's tall, he's got angular cheekbones, he's fairly expressionless. He has a scruffy beard and a mustache to boot. But he stands there and looks at the chest and immediately assumes a position to guard it.
Awesome. I will say you have to manifest your echo or after image within 15 feet of you. But you can put it between you and the chest so that on your next turn you could command it to move immediately, or it's still sort of in a guard position. It's just not quite right by the chest.
Ah, I see. Okay.
It's just you have a little bit of a limitation on the range of the initial summon.
Right.
But as long as it's within 30 feet of you, it can exist. So it could move further away. But all right. That is Orion's turn. The mage took a, you said battle axe to the shoulder and is looking at you and looks at Valentine. And you can quickly see her starting to do mental math, but it is Valentine's turn.
Would it be possible for me to make a persuasion check as my action to say, it's not too late to run?
Yeah, for sure. I almost think that would be an intimidation check.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I just don't. I'm not built for combat. None of my abilities do much. So if I can just take her off.
You don't have any damage spells?
No, I've got damage spells, but they're all like not very good. And my saves are bad. So it's an 18.
Okay. I'm going to have her roll. Okay. You saw her already doing the mental math. And she thought it was her versus you. She's highly capable. You did a little bit of damage, but not enough to make her frightened at all. A dude flew out of the alley and stabbed her for nearly 5 times as much, in fact, over 5 times as much damage as you just did, and has created another dude out of thin air. And she's looking at you. She's thinking, I got a bigger dude right behind me. So she's going to look at you and look back at Orion and go, point well made. And she is going to book it. Orion, you will get an opportunity attack as she runs.
I'm very torn between wanting to grapple her just to finish the job or just letting her go and us resuming our dead-end sprint. Thoughts?
I mean, on the one hand, killing her would be great. On the other, the more rounds we spend in combat, the longer we have for the shape to catch up.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, let's run.
Okay. So are you going to opportunity attack or are you just going to let her go?
I'm gonna let her go. I think the best course of action right now at the moment is to use the time before the shape catches up to get back the chest and just keep booking it down the alley.
All right. On her turn, she is going to run her full 30 feet of movement, dash another 30 feet back. Around the corner, you hear yelled out, Truncheon, they're all yours! And
Truncheon.
She's just gonna keep running away. She was hurt. And on Orion's turn, you guys can take off back running. There you go. One part of it down for the count. Next up, we have Chrys and Rook darting back around. You haven't quite lost your tail. Yeah, Lily?
Quick question. Would putting up my veil cause them to think something was weird?
It's like a screen of pollen or something around you, right? Could you just describe it for me?
Yeah, mine would be spores, but yeah. It's a 15-foot emanation that protects allies or hinders enemies.
I mean, I would certainly say that would be strange. It would look weird. You don't know how familiar they are with Eteria, nor if that would give them a clue that you're not Eteria. You just don't have that information. But yes, it would be visible, and it would be something that someone looking at you would notice. That's what I can say.
I'm just asking because, like, it is a bonus action, so if we start combat, I can just do it as my bonus action, but...
Sounds good. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, it would be noticeable. It wouldn't be imperceptible or something like that.
Okay.
All right. So you guys did take one round to stealth. They are a bit closer, but you are winding in. You get the sense that they still could find you. You have not gotten far enough away to feel safe, but you are also in the midst of losing them. So do you want to take another round of being slow to attempt to stealth and lose them? Or do you want to keep running at speed and potentially have them see you but be further away from them?
Oh, can I also ask how they're doing?
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll say you
Mentally.
can do that on your turn.
Okay.
Let's figure out what you guys are doing first, and then I'll say it's that your turn, and you can do what you're going to do.
I think I would be trying to prioritize being stealthy at this point because there's plenty of distance. We haven't quite lost them, and I would like to lose them fully. But what I am going to do is I am going to, like, real quick, like, as we're, like, walking and, like, trying to, like, shuffle around the periphery of walls and stuff to be less conspicuous. I'm gonna like shoot Chrys a look and essentially just mouth like just keep copying me essentially as I'm like just sort of stealthing through, and what that is going to equal is a bardic inspiration to Chrys.
Oh,
Okay.
yay. All right. Both of you roll your stealth checks.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. I'm going to use my bardic. Ooh, fantastic news. That is a 15.
That's a 21 again.
Ooh,
21.
so
Wow.
for your average of 18 again. And you duck into an alley between two buildings. From one comes the scent of... Is that actual food? It smells a little bit like maybe bread. You're in a slightly nicer portion of the decks, right sort of on the border between middle and middle and lower. You had to circle way around. So you're near the gondolas that head up, and you slink into this alley, and the steam seems thicker here as this alley is more hot than the areas around it behind this bakery. And after a few moments of being quiet, you hear running footsteps run past the alley. And right away, you feel like you've lost them. And in
Chris's
that,
eyes are very big.
and in that
right now.
moment of relative safety, Chrys, you reach out telepathically to Chanterelle and ask how the other group is doing. And Chanterelle, very excitedly, is like,
Orion stabbed someone after she shanked Valentine, and it's been so fun. I'm having such a good time.
I'm and in his head, Chris is gonna be like, I'm glad you're happy.
I didn't know
Is-
water genasi could bleed.
I would assume most people can. Is there anything else?
We're running still. The big guy's still behind us. We're probably still gonna die.
By the way, did the command spell wear off or something above table?
It's only one round.
it lands
Okay.
on you.
Gotcha.
But we're probably still gonna die. Oh, there's another guy here now. He came out of Orion.
Oh. Out of Orion.
Yeah, Orion had a guy in him.
I'm not going to ask what that means for the time being. I think
Okay.
we lost our guys.
I can describe it vividly. I saw what happened.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
Just keep me updated, and I think we're okay. So, I don't think we have anyone chasing us anymore. Maybe.
Oh, that's good, because as long as you survive, I'm fine.
I'm glad you care about me so much.
I do care about my own survival for sure.
Anyway, Chrys is gonna relay that to Rook.
Peachy. Alright, sooner we get back, probably the better. But at the same time, maybe let's take our time and wait a sec till they keep running past.
Okay.
Probably for the best.
They still look like a Teria because this thing lasts for an hour, so they've got nothing but time
Yeah.
regarding their disguise.
I'll say effectively, Chrys and Rook are out of danger as long as they still take their time and move fairly stealthily towards the warehouse.
Should we do something about the person that was following Morin?
We should, and the problem is that they went in the opposite direction.
Wait, I thought that they
And
went straight up the street.
Well, they were going in a different direction than us, right? And
Oh, that's right.
narrator, correct me if I'm wrong, but we T-shaped intersection, right?
Mm-hmm.
We took right,
Yeah.
and Ateria and Morin took center,
Yes.
and so this thing took off that way, and we took off that way.
Yeah, basically you took off towards the like if your back is to your apartment building, you went right, which is
Yep.
away from the direction of the warehouse. They went straight.
Yep.
This thing looked like it was looking towards you and Chrys and then turned and went off across rooftops back in the direction of Morin and Ateria Prime.
Okay,
Real
so
Ateria.
it went on rooftops toward the straight path, and we continued that way.
Yes.
Great. What we could do is start going around like that instead of going around like that.
Mm-hmm.
It might throw us into danger, but it also might help us intersect whatever that was, because if something can make a 20-foot horizontal leap across a rooftop, that can probably do a fair amount of damage. So
I would imagine that is the case. Yes.
yeah. So I vote give it a sec, let the people that were tailing us go by, and then we start going around up in the other direction to circle back.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yes. I have never been chased before
Oh, first time for everything. I'd say you're doing pretty good.
that I know of anyway.
Foreboding.
All right, we'll come back to that plan here in a second. Valentine and Orion. You turn, you run. As you run, you see ever present the shape behind you. A being you know is at least called Truncheon, is quickly moving in your direction. What do you want to do now?
I don't know. Oh my gosh. Orion, do you have any ideas?
Okay, above the table, I think that I can keep pace with it. So if things are terrible, like if he's like within, like striking distance, I say you bail. Like, do you want to take the chest and bail, and he can just come after me? Because I can keep pace with him.
I don't think I can carry the chest. And my wings only last for a minute, so I don't know where I would bail to other than the middle of the open air, where I would then fall to my death. But, like, where are we? What?
Yeah, you guys took off back down the middle of this thoroughfare. It's the easiest place to be moving the fastest as possible. You are ducking between random pedestrians as you are going, having to sort of weed between trawlers and whatnot as you are going. You are quickly approaching the area where the warehouse is because you are the group that has consistently been moving at full speed the most. So
Out of sheer necessity.
right. You were very convincing. So the most dangerous guy came after you. You do know that at least they appear aware that you are not Ateria, and they're coming after you. But you do not know if there is necessarily an option or an angle with that, because you heard, that information relayed, but this guy is still pursuing you. There are offshoot alleys, there are rooftops above, there are different pathways you can take and different things you can try to do. I will say, so far you have not seen any brig patrols or anything like that, but you do know that there are brig stations around the lower decks that you could angle towards if you wanted to try to get law enforcement involved. But of course, that has its own ups and downs. So there are options here of potentially ways you could get people involved, but right now you're on your own.
Yeah, I guess she'll be like, how do you feel about going to the Briggs?
Oh, that question hurts his soul. And mind you, like this conversation's happening at top speed, so it's a lot less glamorous.
How do you feel about
You know what? I hate it, but at this point, it might be our best shot. Because I think that if I was a brig and there's a dude that's like, I don't know. Can you do that thing again? Like with your, what was it? The halo? Would that help? Because there's a big, dude back there. Truncheon? Was that his name? Dear God. But yeah, like, I mean, that one guy from earlier, he was really keen on you not getting hurt. And I feel like if you could utilize that again, and they'd probably at least, stop the dude in his tracks or something. I mean, it would give us time to at least duck somewhere.
We could try. He would have to get within 30 feet of us, though. Okay, maybe let's try.
Running. Okay, let's just stop.
Yeah, okay, how about this? Let's try, and then if shit goes south, you fly, and I'll echo.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so I will ready in action.
Okay. I just see Marilyn's face just being like, I don't want this to be the thing.
already my asshole, I guess, because I don't know what else I'm supposed to do.
We're gonna
ready
die.
in action when he comes within 30 feet of me to cast suggestion.
Ooh, okay. My question is, are you going to continue booking it straight towards the warehouse as you run, or are you angling towards a different location?
I think actually instead of readying an action, because that costs a reaction, and I need my reaction probably, I'm just going to pull on Orion to like make a hard right turn into a different alley and just stop.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. After a few moments, skidding to a stop in front of the alley.
Is he
see
within
the
30
dude?
feet?
Oh yeah.
Okay. She's just...
In fact, I'll say he skids to a stop and you see these clawed feet skid, kicking up sheet metal and grinding, creating, like, you know how when you scratch metal in like a cartoon, there's like the little bits that spiral off? It does that and then slides with such momentum that it takes out the corner of this wall of this alley as it stops itself and its momentum to pivot and close off the end of that alley. It's fully like it is half as wide as the alley, standing in the center of the alley.
Okay.
One of y'all's getting cut in half.
I'm already almost half health. I'm gonna cast suggestion, and I'm gonna say, walk away and keep walking. Don't stop.
All right. Oh, and this lasts up to 8 hours.
8
right?
hours, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna roll. This is still 15.
Mm-hmm.
Or
No,
sorry,
it's 13.
Yeah, 13. This
Still
guy
worse, though.
has a +3,
Yeah.
so it's a 50-50 almost. Yeah.
Valentine
Wait.
cast, go bye-bye.
Blue or yellow?
Blue.
Blue.
Okay. Blue's the one that failed before. That is a 12 on the die for a 15.
Damn it!
Silvery barbs.
Can you...
Same die or different one?
Different one.
Okay, we'll use the yellow this time.
So scared.
The yellow's the one that has like the sad, angry face when it's a nat 1. That is a 6 on the die for a 9.
Thank
Oh.
goodness.
Silvery Barbs is peak, bro.
I mean, you're using like all your spell slots. It's fine.
Literally, I
This
have
is why
one.
we long rested.
I have
Were you
one
giving advantage
level
to?
1 spell slot and one level 2 spell slot left.
All right. He stops, and what was the exact suggestion? Was it turn around and walk and keep walking? Or?
Walk and keep walking, yeah.
Okay. He turns to look at you. You know, a portion of 6 seconds goes by before it comes to be his turn, and he looks at you and he goes, I am patient. I can wait. And he turns and starts walking. And keeps walking.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that is not how I wanted to die. Okay, I'm glad that worked.
Thank you so much. I'm so tired.
Yeah. Let's go.
All right.
Oh my gosh. And then we'll just start. I'll put my hood back up and we'll start walking to the warehouse.
All right. Are you guys stealthing?
Yes.
Let's stealth. Yeah.
I feel like you, the players, are winded. You're like,
The people that aren't with them are winded.
oh man. I was like, I hope that he's scary enough that you didn't have to fight him for him to be scary.
I'm scared. I'm still scared.
Okay. There you go. I rolled on my end. Roll your stealth.
Yes, stealth. I was still recovering from that.
It's a 9.
Oh, who has advantage from your Silvery Barbs?
Orion's the only one with me, so it's gotta be Orion again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can't make this up, guys. Another nat 20.
What?
Yo!
For 24. Thank you for the Silvery Barbs, because my first one was an 8.
Ooh.
Oh, that
There
would
we
be
go.
terrible.
Definitely helps offset the 9 for sure. So I think, Valentine, you just cast a lot of magic very quickly and used, you know, certain abilities for like the first time in a long time.
And I'm bleeding internally and
Yeah, you're not doing great. In fact, so far, I think you are the only person in this whole encounter that has taken damage. And so, you, the person who's not built for this. As you were moving through, I mean, this was the plan. You were deceptive. You made yourself the target. And you move through, and maybe because of blood loss or fatigue, you stumble a little bit, but Orion is able to not like hold you up because he's carrying a very heavy chest, but sort of helps nudge you in the right direction, helps verbally tell you when to duck when you are a little bit out of sorts, and you are able to make your way to this warehouse, ducking in the front.
Orion is at this point so sweaty.
I'll say by this point, you guys are actually probably temporally the first group there because of the running and whatnot. But after a few minutes, Morin and Eteria slink their way into the warehouse. We'll come back to Chrys and Rook in a second, but as Morin brings Eteria in, you immediately see that Eteria is whimpering, crying, and is not doing well.
What happened? Are you all right? Are you hurt?
It's not gonna work. I'm getting out. I'm not.
I'm gonna start almost like trying to see if she's injured. Of course you're getting out. What's happening? Morin, what's happening?
Everything was fine. Everything was going perfectly fine, and no one saw us. And then she stopped in the middle of an intersection and she was holding a piece of paper. I don't know where she got the piece of paper, and she started crying. And so I had to drag her half of the way here.
What did it say, Eteria?
Valentine, you don't understand. He told me to stay. I can't leave if he tells me to stay. I can't. I can't.
He? Eteria, who's he?
I can't. And like her body tenses up and it seems like she's in incredible pain.
Oh, are you cursed? You don't have to say anything. Do you know how we can fix this?
There's no fixing it. I had my chance. And we blew it. You all need to go. You need to leave me. You need to go now. Just you need to be gone. Valentine, you've got to be gone.
Is he coming?
I don't know. But I can't leave. So someone's gonna come and get me. And you can't be here when they do. You can't. Okay?
We can still get you out.
I can't disobey, Valentine.
Can I make any kind of like insight check or something? Like, is this anything like anything I've ever seen before?
You can make an Arcana check.
Oh, good.
You could do insight would glean you information about Eteria's state of being in terms of like her emotions and her thoughts, but Arcana would be more like what is affecting her.
Okay. What I was thinking was more like almost like when you see something similar to something you've seen as a child, but now that you're an adult, you are suddenly recontextualizing those memories.
Okay.
I'm just trying to see, like, is this something, like, am I re-seeing anything from my past in this moment?
Okay. That would be, I think, more so history.
Okay. Still intelligence. Okay. 14.
This is not something you recognize.
Okay.
So I gotta stay, and you gotta go.
He's not going to win. He's not going to win, Eteria. Chrys is gonna get here. They can heal things.
Valentine. Sunshine, it's not your him. It's not your him. I can't, it's not Epter. I can't say his name. It's not Epter. Okay? I can say his name. It's not your him. It's not your him. And I can't talk about my him. Okay?
I won't leave you to die. I won't do that. I don't care that it's not.
Valentine, it seems like you don't understand. Dying is what I want. This isn't that. Cause you're gonna see me again and it's gonna be worse. And I'm not gonna be able to do anything about it then, okay? So, Valentine, if you see me again, you bring me some sunshine and you end it, okay? I'm not gonna ask you to do it now. You don't have time to think about it and to process it, so I'm not gonna do that to you. But if you see me again, you end it, okay? The guy you want to talk to, his name's Rz'n Relaine. He's been after Evder for a while. He might be able to get you in. Or he'll know something. I haven't talked to him in, 20 years. But he's the person that you're looking for. Okay? And, but for the detective, the 4 guys, Truncheon, I think you know. There's a mage called Bluefingers. There's another guy. God, what are their names? Okay. There's a guy named Squeak and a guy named Breakin. Those are the 4 that he might be after. I swears I don't know their real names, but those are the ones for him. Okay. So I don't know what else I can. But you gotta go. You guys need to leave.
Okay. Okay, Teria. I promise. I promise next time I see you.
Bring me sunshine, all right?
All right. I'm going to kiss her on the head and then turn to Morin and Orion. We need to go. Right now.
Are you serious?
What? Just like that?
You heard her. Do you want to die here? I don't. And then I'm not gonna wait. Like if they want to stay here and die, they're welcome to. But Valentine's gonna put up her hood and run.
And run?
Run.
Oh,
Just got runner's high from running from Truncheon. Come on.
It's a new hobby.
I gotta keep going.
Morin's gonna kind of look back and forth between Ateria and Valentine running off in the distance.
The distance.
The distance, like 10 feet away. And make eye contact with Orion and go, oh, float it. And then start running after Valentine.
I think Orion is the last to leave, partially because it takes a second for him to pick up the chest.
Oh, you're taking the chest.
I'm not leaving it
Won't
there.
be needing this.
It's so expensive.
HR is gonna sack me. I need my job. You know how expensive rent is where I live? I think as Orion turns to go, he turns and for a moment looks back at Ateria. And I feel like in that moment, I feel like he recognizes the face of someone who's accepted their fate. And so as he turns to go, he just kind of gives her a look, and it's not like a pitying look or anything, but it's just he hopes that on some level she knows that he's sorry that there wasn't more that he could do. And then he picks up the chest and he runs also.
As you go by her, her arm shoots up and she grabs you by the elbow. And her grip is too strong. It actually hurts your hand or hurts your arm for a second as she grabs you. And she looks at you and she goes, I forgot. Tell the detective I didn't kill Phyllis, but I might have done something worse. And she lets you go.
All right, I'll let him know. I'm sorry. And he turns and he runs.
And the sound of sobs and whimpers trail behind you, following you the way that Eteria can't. Chrys and Rook.
Has Chanterelle gotten back to me?
We're not
About any of
quite
this?
temporally to that moment yet,
Oh, okay.
but it will come here in a second. But you guys are currently cycling back around, trying to sort of go up this middle path back towards where.
Since we're
Morin
not
and
being
Eteria
followed anymore, do you think I can just like change out of my disguise?
Yeah.
You think that would be a good idea?
Probably smart. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, it couldn't hurt.
But I think you were looking for someone or something. If you want to do some perception checks.
I think we were looking for Eteria,
Yeah,
right?
You might have been looking for Hysteria. I was looking for the thing on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
I was absolutely focused on the rooftop boogeyman that jumped 20 feet in a single leap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. I think
New
so.
shape just
Okay.
dropped, guys. It's Roof Man.
Yeah,
Sorry,
probably.
I didn't realize
that
my
makes
camera
sense.
was going insane.
Okay.
What is that gonna be? Perception is... It's gonna be a 19. 15 plus 4.
Okay.
Let me-
Oh, we're rolling perception, right?
Yeah, let me roll something. What was your roll, Rook?
I got a 19.
Okay.
I got a 17.
You guys are moving through. Don't really see anything for a while. And you're starting to get close to the rendezvous point, close to the warehouse, minutes on the tail of the people that came before you. And as you get close, you hear that report from Chanterelle. In a voice unfit for the thematic relevance.
All right, so like we're abandoning Eteria because she said that she can't leave now, and that if we stay, we'll die. And so now we're running away. I don't know where we're going. No one said that, but we're leaving. And Eteria is still there. That's the update.
Why?
I don't know. She was like sad and said she couldn't leave, and then she like gave some information.
What
to,
information? Oh,
Like she was given the stuff she said she was gonna give and stuff. Like I didn't write it down. You'll have to ask other people. But you know, that's the update.
that's it.
Apparently.
What? Why suddenly? Because we've been being chased by bad people. Why now?
And she looked at like a piece of paper and it changed her whole perspective or something.
Okay. Okay. See, if the others made sense of anything she said, can you ask them?
Okay, just give me a few minutes to parse it through. We're running places, but I'll write up some notes when I learn how to write, and I'll get them to you. I'll like put them in like, ooh, bullet points. That'll be great. I like bullet points. I'll write up the notes in bullet points.
How do you know what bullet points are?
I just know it somehow. It's great.
I don't think I know what a bullet point is.
We'll learn together.
All right, I'll tell Rook, I guess.
And Chrys is gonna like stop suddenly and like kind of like I don't know if you were like grabbing their arm or whatever, but like they're gonna like grab your arm to like stop and say,
I think we're running away now.
What do you mean we're running away now?
Apparently something happened and Eteria told everyone to leave. So we're not working for her anymore. And I think she gave your information to everyone else to relay back to you. So she gave everyone what they were supposed to get, or whatever that means, but we're not supposed to follow her anymore. I don't know why.
Why does nothing make sense in this last 2 days?
I have a feeling whatever it is probably dangerous.
Yeah, clearly. I guess we're meeting up with the others then. Do we have a place where we're meeting up, or what?
I don't know.
Just
Chanterelle said that no one said where they were going. They were just going.
well, guess that's exactly what we're gonna do too. So assume that they're just running in a direction probably opposite where we were originally going. Let's see
and
if we
mentally
can cut them off.
Chrys is gonna go, Chanterelle, have they told you where they're going?
Oh, let me consult with the group. Where's the other group going?
Well, I'm so glad we have Chanterelle. We'd be cooked.
I love how increasingly in Chanterelle's voice there's like the subtlest hint of a New York Italian accent seeping through.
She's like then
Well,
catching it from Eteria.
yeah, no, that's Ray problems. That's Eteria voice and Chanterelle coming together. Not on purpose.
Eteria lives on very mildly through Chanterelle.
I don't think Valentine has a direction she's going, and I also think probably everyone's caught up to and or past her. I think she's just kind of stumbling blindly, clutching her side.
Can I do a perception check to see if it looks like we're being watched or followed?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
That is a nat 20 for a 24.
Ooh, okay.
I'll take it.
You are confident you are not being followed.
Okay. Then I'm going to kind of grab Marilyn and Orion, kind of get them to stop. And guys, slow down. I think we're good. I think we're far enough away. We just left the rendezvous point. We need to figure out where Rook and Chrys are, and you are bleeding.
Yes.
Yes. Wait, I have something for that. And Morin is gonna reach down and kind of she doesn't really know how the magic in this fully works, so she's kind of gonna place a hand on that like crocheted token from Chrys on the handle of her grappling hook, and then put a hand to Valentine's side and cast first level Cure Wounds
Nice. I'll say, why don't, Lily, you roll the healing since you have the spell
Yes.
in front of you,
I
but
shall do so.
Yeah, because whenever it's cast with my modifiers, I believe.
Mhm.
So, but like not that like cure wounds is like that, but okay, it's
Yeah.
2d8 plus 4, 12.
Nice.
Wow. That definitely
12
gets me
points.
all the way back to full.
Nice.
Valentine kind of straightens, but the hollow look doesn't leave her eyes. She's just kind of going to like clasp your shoulder, and like thanks and say, we could go to the fading light. If no place in the city is safe, what's the difference? Chanterelle, will you tell the others?
You betcha.
For the podcasting audience, we are all trying to hold in laughter and be
Serious things happening, and then suddenly Chanterelle voice.
It takes every ounce of composure in my body to not bust out laughing audibly every time Chanterelle speaks.
It's like that meme on like D&D reels where it's like, Boblin the Goblin in the first episode, and then it's like, 20 levels in, it's like, oh, my comrades, we will.
We
Yeah.
have a very violent Boblin the Goblin.
The best
all right.
kind. Okay, and then Valentine, I guess, will lead the way.
Sounds good. Chanterelle sends forward that information to go to the fading light, which Rook conveniently knows the location of because he's been there before.
And Rook will go there after he goes back to his apartment.
I don't know how to go places, so I'm gonna follow you. I just want to go home.
Entirely
So-
fair. Yep. Rook needs a bag of stuff because he will be promptly abandoning that apartment.
Fair enough.
Very
Smart.
promptly.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Do
yeah.
one more perception check for me.
Me?
Both of us? Or just him?
Both of you.
Oh boy.
Rook actually gets jumped by the small child this time.
The real one.
And we
that's
are
a
going
n-
stealthily.
Okay.
That's a 19 perception check for me.
My luck has held up. That is also a 19.
Okay. My luck has not.
Ooh. Oh, thank God.
As you're walking through this alley, you're moving stealthily, so you're taking these back alleys. Out of the corner of your eye, you see crouched, sort of on a fire escape level above the main alleyway. You look up and you see the figure watching you.
Chrys is just going to very quietly. Oh, thank you.
What do you do?
It's just on the roof of the apartment building.
It's on the fire escape above the alley.
On the fire escape
Maybe-
over the alley. And it is looking at us, yes?
Yeah, you get the impression its head turns as you are walking through.
You know, I have enough of a toolkit to where I can get out of a bind, hopefully. I'm just gonna very calmly and very, like absolutely nothing is wrong, just walk through the door. Just enter the building. I need my stuff.
Okay. And you do. You walk up to your apartment. You start packing up your stuff. Chrys, where are you gonna post up while Rook is packing up his things?
I'm gonna go with Rook because I am afraid. Chrys is scared right now.
Okay.
Because, like, they're in a place they don't know. She's just been given some very ominous information. That thing is staring at us, and there's only one other person here besides him, like besides Chrys. So yeah, Chrys is very scared right now.
All right. Rook, you throw your things in a bag. What are some things in particular that Rook thinks to take with him as he's abandoning this home?
Well, for starters, he beelines it to the kitchen and gets those like several kind of jars of kind of that herb mix of wispweed and a bunch of other things. Instantly, that's the first thing in the bag. Goes in, gets some spare clothes, and there's kind of like a charcoal drawing on his nightstand that he grabs, and it looks like two guys with charcoal smudges on their face, one a good bit taller than the other, kind of just laughing and smiling together. Both kind of like it's a charcoal drawing, but they both are clearly stylized in a way to where there are like somewhat bright looking flames coming off both of them, so like kind of little wisps of charcoal coming off the top. And he packs that away and gets some spare clothes, just odds and ends that he might need. Kind of just says farewell, because a lot of this is just other clothes that he can get another time. And a lot of it is just other groceries that he can get another time. And by groceries, I mean sludge. But, you know, it's affordable.
Sorry, I'm just imagining like a grocery store, but everything is just sludge.
What?
Everything is provisions, different
like-
flavors of provisions.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's all like a slightly different shade. It's like this one's
Yeah.
beige, this one's khaki.
Yeah, like
Aisle
the
one,
package is
soup.
different.
Aisle 2, sludge.
It's just different consistencies at this point.
This one's powdered. This one's like a pate.
Yeah. And then along with that, he's going to kind of similarly in the nightstand, there is like, there's two things. There's more of a kind of elaborate looking, also metal pipe, but this one looks less ornate with like kind of that skull and chains look on it. And it's just kind of a very simply fashioned, kind of very plain looking pipe and a locket next to it. And he just grabs both of those, drops them in the bag, zips up the bag, gets it on his back, and he's like, well, do you have any clothing in mind that you'd like to take? You're welcome to any of it, because I will not be seeing this place again.
Out of curiosity,
You like scraps
purely,
and
what
stuff, right?
what does he have? Out of pure curiosity.
It's a lot of kind of dress shirt looking things, leather jackets. You see several spare hats, kind of like hanging in a hat rack on the far side of his room. You see a couple extra sets of boots, you know, a lot of long pants, some tank tops, like a few things that like could be considered like loungewear, but not really. It's more just like a few tank tops and things that look like sweatpants. But for the most part, it's a lot of various different dark paleted things that look very similar to the outfit he's currently wearing.
Okay, Ray, is there anything that sticks out to me?
Yeah, of course. Go ahead and do a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh, fantastic.
I'm sorry.
I wish you guys could see Victor's face right now.
Oh, okay, that's
I
actually
beg your
really
pardon,
good.
my closet?
23.
You make the mistake of asking me questions.
I wanted
no, 23 is great. A 23, you look and you see one of the leather jackets. It's not very well worn. It's one of Rook's backups. And it has an older cut to it. It's sort of out of style. But Chrys doesn't know that. You look at it and you give it a sniff. Of course, it's faux. It's not real. It's been magically fabricated somehow. But it has that... The smell reminds you of something or someone. And you take just the deepest breath of it. And you know that nothing in this world will feel right until this jacket is on your shoulders.
Okay. I'm gonna take the jacket.
You do.
And Chrys is kind of kind of just like snips it, holds it there for a second. They have this, if Rook is paying attention, they have like this very distant, kind of confused look in their eyes. And then she puts it on her shoulders under her cloak.
Never seen that reaction to a piece of clothing, but sorry, I might have worn that one once or twice. I apologize if it, has any.
Oh, I am
odor.
sorry if that was strange.
No, I don't want it to, smell bad.
It does not smell bad.
Real quick, while we're in here and we're not dead quite yet, you live down in the hull, right?
Yes.
Closer by the engines.
Huh?
Do you ever hear kind of sounds like wailing, like screams?
Screams. Should I make like a history check for that, or
Sure.
Do I just know?
Questions to ask.
Roll
I
for
would say
screams.
I would say history check.
Okay.
Take anything you like from my closet.
That would be a 14.
The only screams you've heard are in your nightmares.
Oh. What?
Just like being awake.
No.
Chrys doesn't really sleep very much.
Your nightmares.
Okay.
And being asked about screams reminds you that you once had nightmares.
Chrys kind of does that like far off look and kind of tilts their head again.
The only screams I've ever heard are in my nightmares. Sorry.
No, you're good. I didn't mean to.
I think I had nightmares once.
Well, I mean, better than still having them. So I'd say you're kind of doing pretty good in that metric.
Perhaps.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. Just wanted to check something.
Thank you for the jacket.
Yeah. More than welcome. Yeah. Sorry to bother. Didn't mean to dredge up the memories. I think. Yeah.
There's no memories. I don't think.
Then how do you know you used to have nightmares?
I think I remember that I used to, but that's it.
Well, makes you feel any better. I still get nightmares, so
Are nightmares normal?
I think some people are more prone to them than others. Certainly easy to avoid them if you don't sleep, but yeah, I don't know. The ones I get probably aren't, but that's a problem for another day.
I would like to go get Chanterelle, and then I think I want to go home.
No, of course we're gonna get you home. I'm sorry that we brought you into all this. This has been horribly unfair to you. And just we're gonna get you back there, okay? And you'll be
Okay.
you'll be free of us, free of all the nonsense and chaos of all this, Dex nonsense. Just you can go back living more comfortably,
Okay.
less chaotic.
Also, I know that everyone else hasn't been very nice to you, but I think you are very kind.
I'll try.
Chrys, it's a very shaky version of that like cracked smile they do.
Are you
And then it fades.
uh, I'm sorry you got wrapped up in all this. Can I give you a hug?
What is a hug?
And you see kind of like a little glowing red ember of a tear kind of like a little glowing red ember of a tear kind of forms in the corner of Rook's eye and it's just like, oh, oh yeah, I mean it's kind of what Chanterelle does, like on your leg, but like
Holding
like
on
your
to my
whole
leg
on,
is a hug.
well, no, not like your leg specifically, but like that, but like your whole body. It's like you like you hold someone.
Oh, I see. All right. I have never had a hug before, so I would like to try one out, I suppose.
And Rook just like kind of leans in and gives like not like a big not like a big touchy feely hug, but like just like a little hug, a little pat, all that.
Chris's arms are at their sides.
Am I supposed to do anything?
I mean, usually, like you reciprocate the motion. It's kind of like a two-person situation. I'm sorry, I should
Oh,
have explained it better beforehand.
okay.
Chrys very hesitantly puts their arms around Rook.
Oh, what a touching scene. And you turn and you pivot and you see that the cloaked figure is leaning against the doorway into Rook's apartment. I could just rip my own heart out and eat it. That's so sweet.
That was
That's
very
like the
nice.
same.
Thank you, Rook.
You are most certainly welcome, Chrys, and you will get many more when we get out of here.
Of course, you can walk on by. I just wanted to stop by and take a look.
Might I ask who is gracing the doorway of my abode?
No one in particular. And the figure cocks their head. It's a feminine voice and leans a gloved hand up against the doorway and is very nonchalant. No, I just wanted to come check on that little missy, little mister, little something over there. I don't think that it's what I thought it was, but it is interesting. Couldn't help but spot it when we were running around. Oh, come on in. And you see the two guys from the alley step into the apartment past the cloaked figure. One is actually a very tall, lanky woman now that you can see her face under the hood. And the other is a slightly shorter, what looks to be a man. The woman is Circstian, an elf, but the guy appears to be Earth Genasi as they step in on either side of the cloaked figure. And out front, you see thump, 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 the steps of a lumbering figure that takes up the entire hallway. And sort of peeking around, you see a water genasi, a woman, peek in her head. I just wanted to stop by and say hi.
Hello.
What's your name?
Um, um, um,
I hate to say it, I don't have all day.
I,
You're right. Where? No, you're right. Where are my manners? Name's Raymond.
Raymond. All right, Raymond.
Chrys looks at Rook and then looks back at this person, and something visceral deep down in Chrys, where it's deep down with those feelings they'll get at random times that they don't know why or how they know things. Something deep within Chrys is screaming at them not to tell this person their name. I called myself I call myself I call myself Flower.
Sure. I'll call you Flower. Pleasure to meet you, Flower. Raymond. Don't pay me any mind. I was just checking in, keeping an eye out, remembering faces. Should it ever be relevant again? Good to know. You're not going to be living here anymore? Don't have to keep this place staked out? Have a pleasant evening, Raymond.
Believe you've introduced yourself yet, though.
Well. As you've so kindly demonstrated, names have power, sugar. And you don't need mine. Just like I don't need yours.
Can I see any part of this person's face under their cloak? Any part at all?
Roll a perception check for me.
Since it's obfuscated by shadow, could I argue that the Fire Genasi dark vision helps? Since it's like shadowed under hood.
Sure. I will say that that will impact the DC, but not give you advantage.
I'll take it. I'm going to give myself Bardic Inspiration.
You can't.
Oh, you can't. That's right. Man.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
That's
Dang.
Well, I said I was going to give myself Bardic Inspiration.
That
will
could
not...
guidance you if you want.
Nope, because that makes a visible casting. It's not necessary. I got a nat 20 plus 4 for a 20.
Dang!
Oh, man. Victor, I was going to keep things close to the chest for a little while.
Oh,
Can we get a full name?
Terror.
Social.
I get one really good roll, and I'm content. I'm good.
You
fine.
gaze into this
man.
person, you gaze under the hood, and you see their childhood memories. Like,
I hope you guys know, by the way, I am channeling my own nervousness into Chris's innate fear right now. Chrys is also kind of like backed up and is kind of like hiding behind Rook slightly.
The figure looks at you, Rook. And I'll give you that nat 20 here in a second, but the figure turns and looks at you. Looks at the apartment. Starts to turn around. They never stepped foot over the threshold, only leaned against the doorway. They step back and they turn away. Oh, detective. I am so excited for the days ahead.
Like you said, names not particularly necessary. Most folk usually just know me by the smell of the smoke. Keep that in mind.
Where there's smoke, there's fire, detective. Consider your case closed. And as she walks around the corner, her hand lingers on the edge of the doorway, and you see on her wrist a tattoo of a ship's wheel. And Phyllis Brent walks down the hallway and out of your life for the time being.
The Drifting City is a production of The Rolling Waves, a group of friends who wanted to make a creative project together. Your drifters are Lily Bell as Chrys, Aspen Langford as Morin, Porter Hurst as Orion, Victor Thorne as Rook, Marilyn David as Valentine, and Ray Hamilton as the narrator. Editing and sound design by everyone at The Rolling Waves. Episode titles and descriptions by everyone at The Rolling Waves. Music, sound effect, class, subclass, and other credits can be found in the episode description. Thank you for listening to our story.
And that's where we'll end
What?
this episode.
What? Oh my gosh.
I beg your finest pardon.
I beg your
What?
most exquisite pardon.
I'm
What?
What?
complete shock.